Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Good afternoon. My phone over here is on a little bit of a slant. I don't know why. Let me see if I can get something to prop this up. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started in here. Oh, hey TikTok. How y'all doing? Hey Ebony. Hey Black Sugar. Hey Angela. Hey Calvin. Hey Rick Dog. Hey Brandy. Hey everybody. Hey YouTube. I'm not usually on YouTube Live to do these. I'm usually on Instagram and TikTok, but I'm on YouTube and I'm on Facebook and I'm on TikTok. So let's get this started. So I put a video up yesterday about menopause, and I said women have to stop using menopause as an excuse to neglect their husbands, to neglect their sexual needs, to neglect them, period. Like they have to stop using the menopause as an excuse. And baby, let me tell you, the women on YouTube is mad at me, but I don't care. Okay, let me be honest with y'all. There is in Generation X, I've been trying to figure out for the longest time what the miss is between Generation X men and Generation X women, right? And I started doing some research over the last couple of days, right? So I'm just like, what is the percentage of women what's the percentage of divorce due to menopause? Do y'all know how high the numbers are? Well, let me give y'all some statistics because I've been going deep with this. And I was trying to help the women out with the video to say, I know you have menopause, but you can't use menopause as an excuse to check out from your relationship. You can't use menopause as an excuse. I never said that women were not going through menopause. Hello, I am 54 years old. What do you think I'm going through? But you can't use that as an excuse to do things to people, to neglect people, to treat people like trash, to be a bitch because you're going through menopause. You can't do that. And if y'all don't like what I'm saying, this is why the divorce rate is so high. Now I'm figuring it out. And they say that the divorce rate is high and it's the women who are filing for divorce. The problem here is that the women are not telling the whole truth of why they're filing for divorce. The women not telling the whole truth of that they have checked out of the marriage, number one, sexually. The women are not telling the truth that they are irritable and they are causing arguments and they have the whole house up in uproar. Not only are the men suffering from this, but the children of the divorces are suffering from this because the women are not willing to compromise. The women on there talking about, oh, well, men should have compassion and empathy for what we're going through. This is a medical condition. And I understand all of that. I totally and completely understand all of that. But on the flip side, sisters or sis, the main ones that was on there talking so much smack over whether he should leave and all of that. Let me talk to y'all. On the flip side, the problem is you think it's all about you. You think everybody's supposed to have compassion and empathy and sympathy and patience with you because you're going through menopause and you're having hot flashes and vaginal dryness and hair falling out. And because y'all wanted to just zoom in on the sex part. There's so many more components of why men don't want to be there anymore. You're mean and nasty. You have to be aware of yourself. And you can't just decide to be mean and nasty because you're having a mood swing. You got to control yourself. You got to go work on you. You got to go get some hormones if that's what you need. And I said this in a video, but they watched the 30-second snippet and didn't click on a link to watch the whole video to say, I understand, but you have to go use your resources. You have to go talk to your gynecologist. And if you need hormone replacement treatment, the lowest dose, or if you need something done, or if you need to go the holistic route, let me show y'all. For the big mouths that talked about, I don't know, she don't know what she's talking about. She ain't been through it. Somebody call me a youngin'. All y'all know that my platform is for Generation X. And when we do relationship maintenance, we're talking to a crowd of mature people, I hope. So for me to talk about anything, it's because I'm not only talking about it from the air, it's because I've experienced it. If I recommend a product to you, it's not because I'm trying to make money. It's because I've experienced it and it works, right? Or I'm saying we should try this together. But I'm never talking out of the air. I'm a 54-year-old woman going through perimenopause. Hot flashes, night sweats, forgetting. Oh, I just suffer from CRS. I can't even remember my name sometimes. Brain fog, joint pain. Let me tell y'all, because y'all think that I don't know what I'm talking about and that you get to just check out because you're going through menopause, but you don't. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, one of my menopause symptoms kicked in. So over here, my hip always hurt, and I know it's due to menopause. So I use oils and whatever. But yesterday, due to the menopause, my other hip started hurting. I never had this symptom before, but I know it's menopause. I could barely walk, but guess what I did? I didn't sit here and say, "Oh, it's menopause. I'm gonna lay on the couch and get stiff and never move again." I got up and I got my natural supplement. Here it is, just in case y'all want to get you some to try this, because you just got to keep trying stuff. I got my natural supplement from doTERRA. I have a doTERRA consultant coach, a holistic coach, holistically motivated Netta, who talks to me about menopause and tells me different things I should take, right? Because I'm going through menopause. And then I drunk some of my electrolytes because a lot of y'all, your joints and stuff is hurting, not due to menopause, but due to the fact that you're dehydrated. But you're so busy screaming menopause all day, every day, and expecting people to just buy that. But no, I didn't sit here on my couch and lay on my couch and say, I can't walk and I'm never going to walk again. No, I got my oil. I have some arnica oil, all natural arnica oil. Is for joint pain and muscle relief. And guess what I did? I rubbed it on and I got up and I stretched and I moved around, because what I'm not going to do is let menopause take me out. So you can't neglect and reject your husband, your significant other, because you're going through menopause. This is why marriages are ending. This is why marriages are ending, because women are not willing to take the information. Women are not receptive to the information, because y'all want to feel attacked. Like somebody is saying, you're not going through menopause. And no, nobody is attacking you. The truth of the matter is, just because you are a 45 to 50-year-old woman or 55-year-old woman and menopause has struck you, does not give you the right to treat people a certain way, to have a nasty stank attitude, to cut your husband off intimacy wise. Listen, we all know vaginal vagina, dry vagina is one of the symptoms of menopause. You got to get you some KY jelly. If it's painful, you need to talk to your doctor. You need to talk to your husband. If this is the way that y'all talking to me, I can't even imagine the man. He don't want to talk to you no more because you got an attitude. Everybody, just the kids don't want to talk to you no more because you got a nasty attitude. So let me give y'all some of the statistics. Research shows that 7 in 10 marriages of these 7 to 10 women surveyed blame menopause for the failure of their relationship. Oh, research shows that 7 in 10 women during menopause, around 73% of these surveyed blame menopause for the failure of their relationship. Hold on, wait. 67% of them who took part claimed it led to a significant increase in arguments. This is a survey. Isn't there something out there to suppress symptoms of menopause? I thought there was. Edward, there's lots of things that we have to keep trying. But once a woman a lot of women, not all women, because some women out here doing the damn thing. Some women out here taking care of themselves, they're exercising. But some women have just took menopause and decided that I'm going through menopause. I don't have to explain anything to anybody. If he want to leave, that's too bad for him. Well, no, it's not too bad for him. Oh, and instead of them, some women, not all women, instead of them going to get the help that they need, whether it's acupuncture once a week, whether it's massage therapy, whether it's yoga, whether it's hormones, whether it's supplements, whatever it is, they rather go get a divorce so they don't have to fulfill their role in the marriage. How sad is that? And then we're looking and saying that women are going to file for divorces, making it look like it's the man's fault, when she has checked out physically, mentally, and emotionally. They're not going to the divorce court saying, I've checked out physically, mentally, and emotionally on my partner, and now I'm just a roommate, and he's supposed to stick around for this. So I'm gonna get a divorce, and I'll make him look like women are coming in groves to get divorces. Generation X women are coming in groves to get divorces, and it's the man's fault. So now we have this thing in our mind that Generation X men are the problem. No, menopause is the problem, and women who refuse to be flexible, women who refuse to communicate and compromise are the problem. Because you want everybody to give you empathy, sympathy, compassion. You want compromise, but you're unwilling to extend the same thing to the world around you. You just think that everybody's supposed to say, "Oh, Trey, I think every Trey's. I'm going through menopause, so I get to act a fool. I get to cut people off. I get to curse people out. I get to be distant. I get to behave bad. I get to cut my husband off from sex. I get to act any way I want to act." And when your spouse comes to you and talks to you and says, "I feel lonely," when your spouse comes to you and says, "I feel some kind of way," instead of you honing in or tapping into the way that your spouse feels, you go into attack mode and talk about you in menopause and they supposed to go. No, you have to have empathy, sympathy, and compassion for the man laying next to you. You have to come from a different lens. You have to come from a different perspective. You have to come at your spouse differently. You have to come and say, "Babe, I understand that we have not been, intimate. I understand that my attitude stinks. No, I'm listen. I'm tired too from menopause. Like I have days where I'm extremely exhausted, extremely. But I'm not gonna live in no filthy house. So you know what I do? I get up and I take me a shower. I take my supplements. I put a little peppermint oil on the back of my neck for the hot flashes, and I clean up my house and I wash my clothes. Am I supposed to really just let my house go because I'm going through menopause? Am I really supposed to just cut my man off because I'm going through menopause? And listen, menopause. They said menopause. Listen to this. Menopause most often begins between 45 and 55. Menopause usually lasts about 7 years, but can go as long as 14. These are statistics. These are surveys. This is from research that I did online from doctors. And you think that you don't have to compromise, and you think that you don't have to fulfill your partner's needs. And we're not just talking about sex, because some of y'all are the Tasmanian devil. Some of y'all are just ridiculous. Keep your marriage together. Now I'm learning that menopause is the terminator of Generation X marriages. That's the myth that nobody's talking about, because everybody's talking about, oh, women going through menopause and I'm this and I'm losing my hair and I'm hot flashing and I'm going crazy in my mind. And nobody's talking about the fact that it's affecting marriages and children who have to go through the divorce because of the menopause. And it's all about the woman. And I'm not saying that we can't be concerned about the woman and we shouldn't be concerned about the woman and we shouldn't have empathy, sympathy, and compassion. But this needs to go across the board if marriages of Generation X and beyond are going to last. Because if not, the numbers are just going to go up, because women are running to the divorce court because they don't want to do their part, and they're blaming it on men, and they're making it look like Generation X men don't last in marriages. Y'all running for divorces because y'all don't want to do the work. Men do understand. But men do understand that we're going through menopause. But he doesn't have to understand to the point where you just cut off life, where you just decide we're not having sex no more, where you just decide that you're too tired to get up, where you decide that you're just not going to clean up the house, where you decide that you just want to be a mean, nasty bitch. He don't have to deal with that. He can understand and be sympathetic and compassionate and all those other things, but you got to meet a brother halfway. And all I heard in all of those comments was me, 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 me. So this is what men are hearing in their houses: me, 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 me. I don't care if you're not being fulfilled. I don't care if I'm not nice. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And you think somebody want to live with that for 7 to 14 years? This is why divorce is happening so rapidly in Generation X, because Generation X, we are all 45 and up. This is the area where marriages are falling apart. Oh my God, Eureka. And women are so quick to throw their marriages away. They're going to the divorce court saying, I'm getting a divorce because he cheated. Why did he cheat? Why did the brother cheat? And he in the house with you when you going through menopause and acting like the Tasmanian devil, and it's the Sahara Desert in the bedroom. What, he can't even get any emotional connection from you anymore. So he got to go to the bar and talk to the barmaid or strangers to even get any type of emotional connection or empathy or intimacy. And you talking about he went out and cheated. Well, why? And you're not saying that you're part of the equation. Cheating is a symptom of a bigger problem. I say this all the time. You're not telling the truth when you go tell your story. You're not going to tell the truth to tell your good girlfriends. They mad. Oh, he cheated, blah, blah. They don't know that you ain't slept with this man in 2 years. Make sure you tell them that part. They don't know that you cursing him out. They don't know that you spazzing out. They don't know none of this stuff that he's been tolerating. A man sent me, I read the email to y'all, the comment off of YouTube. You can go look at it yourself. The man said, before me and my ex-wife got divorced, we hadn't had sex in 2 years. And he said, I made up excuses for her. And one of the excuses, of course, was menopause, because this is what women are. I'm going through menopause. And I understand you're going through menopause, but you got to figure it out. We got to figure it out. I'm going through menopause too. I'm perimenopause, okay? My bed be sweating. I be in a puddle of sweat. My edges is falling out, okay? My joints is hurting. I'm dehydrated, but I'm not giving up on life. I'm not giving up on life. I talk to a coach. I talk to a therapist. I have a holistic counselor where I talk about herbs and oils, okay? I talk to my gynecologist. I'm not giving up on life. I'm not going to be depressed. I'm going to get up and I'm going to exercise. They give us tips and things that we need to do, foods that we need to cut out. Y'all out here drinking Hennessy and wine and complaining about hot flashes. And I'm not speaking to the women who are trying, but some of y'all have just adopted that menopause and I don't have to do anything because my life is changing, my hormone, everybody's hormones, everybody's bodies are changing. People are going through worse illnesses than you and still taking care of their family and pleasing their husbands. So miss me with the, I'm going through menopause. Go to your doctor. Go get you some holistic approaches. Take some holistic approaches. Go do some cardio. Go move around. Some of this is because of the food that you're eating. You got to get your hormones regulated. You got to take some things out of your diet. You got to drink more water. You got to walk. You got to go talk to your therapist to keep your mind right. You have to stop thinking that you can just have mood swings and just spaz out on everybody. You have to be aware of yourself to say, I'm not going to say that. I can't even get her to work out regularly. I understand, Greg. I understand. And again, like I said, somebody said you should look up what menopause is. I should look up what menopause is. I go to the gynecologist every year. I know what menopause is. I'm going through perimenopause. I'm not speaking like I don't, everybody's symptoms is different. Okay, I know that too. So you need to figure out what works for you and stop making excuses from checking out of life. And I'm not even talking about sex right now. I'm talking about you are not nice to your husband. You are not nice to your kids. You are not nice to anybody. You don't have any level of intimacy with anybody. And you want to blame it on menopause, and you want to sit back and blame everybody else and think that nobody is supposed to say that. You can't blame menopause for checking out of your relationship. I must say that's all great advice for us men as we age too. We have to take care of ourselves. And they think like, oh, what about and this is another thing about women. When somebody's talking about a certain topic, stay on topic. They went straight to attacking the men. What about if he got ED, erectile dysfunction? What if he, and he got to take care of you too. Common sense, okay? But they go straight to attack mode again to take away the accountability that you have checked out of your marriage because of menopause. And your husband is getting the dookie end of the stick. And I'm saying it. And if your feelings is hurt, I'm talking to you. Go to your doctor. Call some people. Like I said yesterday, my hip was hurting so bad I could barely walk. So don't tell me I don't know what menopause is. My joints ache and everything else. And you know what I do? I try to figure out that day, what did I eat? My hip was hurting yesterday, right? And this is what I figured out. I ate a sandwich. I went to, what's the name of the Jersey Mike's? It's like a good sub place in New Jersey. So I went to Jersey Mike's and I got a whole sub because I don't get to go there because it's a little far from me, but I drove myself there. And I think it was the processed meat because this hip never hurt. So something triggered. Right, Greg, nice. Yeah, something triggered. So I had to sit and say, what did I eat yesterday? Why would this hip hurt like this? And it was like, and I said, when I was laying in the bed, I said, oh, I ate that sandwich, and I ate a lot of that sandwich. So that I can't do that again unless I want to go through the pain of my hip hurting to see if it was that. But I don't want to know if it was that because I didn't sleep well last night because my hip was hurting. My good hip was hurting. So don't tell me nothing about menopause that I don't know about. Okay, I got to run in my closet because it's the only cool place in the house sometimes. Is it sciatica? No, it's not sciatica. I've had an MRI and they told me it's a symptom of menopause. Like I've already been through different things. You know, they said you could take Tylenol, or you should get up and stretch, or you should walk around. You should move your body. You can use CBD oil. So I have all of these tools in my toolkit. So I'm not trying to make nobody feel bad. And I never said nobody wasn't experiencing symptoms of menopause. And I never said that menopause wasn't a real thing. And I never said that one woman talking about, oh, I can't believe that another woman is saying this. And I shouldn't have to succumb to such things if I don't feel like it in my body. You're the reason why divorce is happening. Because you went through all of that instead of saying to yourself, I'm working on me to make sure that my marriage is strong through menopause. You went through all of the reasons and just you proved my point. Most of them proved my point that you're using menopause as an excuse to neglect your spouse. You using menopause as an excuse to act a fool. Most of them proved my point. Okay? Let me just tell y'all this. A recent survey conducted by AARP magazine, my glasses. Oh, a recent survey conducted by AARP magazine showed over 60% of divorces by women are during the menopause years. Let me repeat that. A recent survey conducted by AARP magazine, which is the magazine for us old folks, showed over 60% of divorces by women are during the menopause years. You are not crazy. Hormones can drastically change how we think and act and function. Hormones can definitely drastically change how we think, act, and function, but we have to get control over it and not inflict it on our spouses. We have to get control over it and not cut our spouses off from intimacy. We have to get control over it and not be acting crazy in our home, psychotic. I heard a man say, my wife is a psycho and she going through menopause. No, you got to go get your, you don't get to do that. You don't get to act like that. You don't get to be crazy. You don't get to do that. And somebody has to tell you. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see what else we got here. Where's my glasses? Oh, here's my glasses. HelloDivorce.com says, hold on. Studies show that during menopause, a higher number of women seek divorce. This is HelloDivorce.com did a survey, and the survey showed that during menopause, a higher number of women seek divorce. I'm 54, Greg. And here's some of the symptoms: loss of libido, depression and sadness, mood swings and irritability, lack of energy, physical changes, hot flash, joint pain, vaginal dryness, hair loss, etc. You have to be mindful of yourself, and you have to be mindful of how you're going to combat these things so you can stay present in your marriage. Nobody is saying that you can't have a bad day, but you can't have a bad life and inflict that pain on other people around you. You have to continue to go to the doctor. You have to continue to get different resources. You have to continue to cut things out of your diet that's triggering the different symptoms. You have to do that. And most women are not willing to. They rather run to divorce court and blame it on other people. No. Let me see. And they're going to divorce court and filing for divorce because they keep saying women are the ones filing divorce at a high rate. And it's during the menopause seasons because the woman doesn't want to do what it is that she needs to do as her part in the marriage. So when those things break down, when emotional intimacy breaks down with her husband, when physical intimacy breaks down with her husband, when mental intimacy breaks down with her significant other, what happens? That person has to go outside of the home to seek what he needs. Then she finds out and blames him. But you have emotionally, physically, and mentally checked out. And he has been trying and begging and asking and pleading, and you have been basically saying, too bad for you, take it or leave it, because this is what it is, because I'm going through menopause. If we're going to tell somebody we're getting a divorce, tell them the whole story. Tell them I don't sleep with my husband. Tell them I treat my husband like trash. Tell them I mentally abuse him when I have a mood swing. If you're going to go run for a divorce, and when you tell him my husband has cheated on me, so I'm getting a divorce, make sure you tell him I haven't slept with my husband in 2 years because I have menopause. And watch your friends and your family look at you like you crazy. Make sure you tell, I'm just saying, make sure you tell the whole story. When you go sitting down talking to people, oh, and he cheated, I'm getting a divorce. Make sure you tell them everything before you make it like Generation X men are just out here running around and cheating, and Generation X men are just out here doing stuff, and Generation X men are distant and all that. Make sure, because we are in menopause, most of us Generation X women, make sure we let them know what this man is dealing with in the home. I need you in my life and to talk to my lady. Oh, you said a word. I'm trying to talk to the women, and what bothered me is how they came and attacked me again, like it was about them. It's about your marriage, because you want what you want. You want your needs met. You want empathy, sympathy, and compassion. You want to be heard. You want your feelings validated, but your husband is not getting empathy, sympathy, compassion, and his feelings being validated about, I feel lonely. You're not here anymore. Your body is here, but you're not here anymore. And we need to work on this, and we need to talk about this. But most women who are on the menopause excuse train will rip his head off. And all the women that came to try to rip my head off, you don't scare me. You doing the same thing you're doing to me is the reason why the divorces are happening. Because you sitting here using menopause as an excuse and proving my point to the T. The very thing I said is stop using menopause as an excuse to not fulfill your wifely duties. And what did y'all do? Use menopause as an excuse to not fulfill your wifely duties. Mommy almost done. Point proved. Thank y'all for proving my point. I appreciate y'all so much for proving my point. I don't even gotta say nothing else. Because the very thing I said, you cannot use menopause as an excuse to check out of your marriage. Y'all came right into the what do they say? Right into the comments, right into the group chat, and use menopause as an excuse to be the SHITY person that you're being. Anybody have any questions, comments, thoughts, reactions on YouTube? Because y'all real quiet. I see some people in there. Because y'all wanted to go from a 30-second clip down a rabbit hole of you're wrong. Oh, you don't understand the symptoms. I do understand the symptoms. And life is going to have all kinds of symptoms. Things are going to happen to us. And we can't just check out of the world because something happens to us. This is a natural occurrence in every woman's body. So poor men, every man that has a woman right now that's 35 years old or 30 years old, and 20 years in his marriage, he might as well just accept the fact that she gets to check out and cut off sex and everything else because she's now going through menopause. No, we got to fix this. We got to fix this now. Come here, let me fix it. To God's word or get divorced, simply put. Yes. We need to have responsible interactions and responses. Listen, let me just say this again. Let me say what the scary part is. For every man that comes on and leaves one marriage, right? Because this has happened, or the woman leaves the marriage and decides to divorce because she doesn't want to be accountable and responsible for the fact that she has checked out of the marriage emotionally, mentally, and physically, right? Now this man has moved on. And fellas, I'm warning you. And I'm warning the women who are younger, who are 30 in their 20, 25 to 40. Menopause is coming for you too. But I'm saying to the fellas, you're going to go to a woman that's 35. And the sad part about it mentally for me right now is that if she's 30, he has 20 good years with her. And then she's going to turn to the menopause crazy person. So we have to have the conversation about menopause that ladies, we totally understand that you're going through menopause and your body is changing from being able to have children to being a mature vessel. But as you go through that process, you have to find things to get you through that process where you don't check out of life for 7 to 14 years. Y'all check out from your spouses from being intimate, but you don't stop drinking wine and liquor, which is setting off the symptoms of menopause. Y'all will still continue to eat things that trigger the symptoms of menopause. You won't change your lifestyle, but you'll go get a divorce instead of working through it to figure out how can I get through this and stay in a healthy marriage. And one girl, somebody, can't nobody keep going to the doctor? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If that's what you need to do. 14 years, yes. Yes, Edward, it could be as long as 14 years. And this happens, and menopause begins between 45. That's young. And if you're with a man who's 45, 50, 55, and you're not going to fulfill his sexual needs, or you're going to be treating him bad because you're having mood swings. This is why. Now I'm figuring out why the brothers is getting younger women. Like, what are we doing? And me and Lamar, we have our show every Wednesday, Looking for Love. And it's to bridge the gap between Generation X men and Generation X women to see why Generation X men are dating younger, right? And here we go. So I hope this was helpful for y'all. Prepare me. Yes, Jamie. Jamie, start taking care of your body now. Dang, I'm 40. Lord, prepare to do it. Now that you hear me, don't make menopause an excuse in your marriage. Don't make menopause an excuse because it's coming for you. And I don't know what age is going to come for you, but you don't have to be scared because you can get supplements. You don't have to be scared because you can talk to your gynecologist. You can get hormone replacement, right? And they tell you the pros and cons of hormone replacement because there are some side effects of hormone replacement, but they can give you the lowest dose of hormone replacement. You can work with your caregiver. You can work with your doctor. You can work with holistic caregivers who teach about herbs, who teach about, oils and supplements. You can work with people to make sure that you're preparing your body for menopause. So what can I do right now to prepare because I'm 32? Tanisha, just eat right, keep your diet right, Tanisha, exercise, drink lots of water, stay hydrated. And when the different things start to happen to you, don't check out mentally because it starts up here. These women that are going through menopause, women my age, they have mentally checked out. Get you a good therapist to talk about this. Be open and honest with the people around you. Be open and honest with your spouse to say, I want to work through this with you. I need compassion, sympathy, and empathy and all of those things, but you need it too. And I understand that this is frustrating for you too. And I'm going to try to please you, but there's going to be some days where it's not that good. And if you're having, painful intercourse, then you have to talk through these things with your partner. Women just check out and just say, I'm going through menopause. A man don't know what that is. And again, there are things that your doctor will give you. Like I said, KY jelly is your friend. As my boy Lamar would say, giving head is a gift. If you no longer want to do it vaginally, take care of your man with your mouth. And I'm only being honest. Okay, you can't talk about, oh, it's painful down there, but you're not willing to please him other ways. Because if your man get ED, then y'all got to go get some toys. And y'all got to use some fingers. And y'all got to use some mouths. And y'all got to use other things. But nobody gets to check out. Because we are getting older and these things are happening to us. And we have to find ways to get around it without neglecting a person and without getting offended when somebody comes and talks to you and says, you can't use menopause as an excuse to not please your spouse. You can't use menopause as an excuse not to please your spouse. You can't use menopause as an excuse to not be intimate with your spouse in different ways and not just sex. You can't use menopause as an excuse to treat your partner badly. I said what I said. Men like wives are good for, men be like wives are good for 8 and straight marriages with the husband. I can't read that. You got to put that in again. Honestly, I will get better understanding and results. Yeah, are we allowed to cheat? This is the thing that ticked the ladies off. B Morgan, right? This is what ticked the ladies off. I said, if you want your husband to be monogamous in your relationship, you cannot use menopause as an excuse to not please him. And they lost their minds. I didn't say anything wrong. If you want your husband to be monogamous, it's your responsibility to take care of him. Point blank, period. And I said, if you don't care if you go out and get it some other way, then I'm not talking to you. But if you want your husband to remain monogamous, then he better be getting it from you whatever way you got to give it. Hand job, blow job, whatever you need to do, you need to make sure that your man is pleased or give him permission to cheat. And the women talking about, oh, he should have my back. No. He should. And if your vagina is dry and it's painful and you explain that to him and he don't mind getting a BJ and he don't mind getting a hand job, then you don't have no excuse. Sorry, not sorry. I didn't say it had to be vaginally. I'm saying you need to take care of your husband's intimacy needs, whatever way needs to happen. You ain't always feeling that. I'm going through menopause too. Let me say this. I'm going through menopause too. And I have bad days. But my good days outweigh my bad days. And so do yours. I know I have some bad days. Trust me, I have some bad days. where everything on my body is hurting. And I have to go get a heating pad, and I have to take me some Tylenols, and I have to rub on some CBD oil, and I have to put oils on me, and I have to take supplements when I have bad day, but not every day is not a bad day. I don't care. I'm so glad you talking about this. It's an unspoken problem for lots of husbands. Yes, B Morgan, it is an unspoken problem for a lot of husbands, and I'm tired of my brothers having to endure this. And people are saying women, it's the men because women are the ones who are the ones filing for divorce. Yeah, they are because they driving their husbands to cheat. I said it. Be mad if you want to be mad. No, he ain't supposed to cheat. Cheating is the wrong thing to do. I totally 100% agree with that. But they driving their husbands to cheat, and then they don't want to be with the man no more. So they want to just check out and be roommates. So they go down to the court because the husband, he getting on my nerves. All he talk about is he wants sex. All he talk about is this. All he do is complain. So they running down to the courthouse so they don't have to fulfill the needs. So when y'all go on to get these divorces, please be clear on why you're going to get it and say that you are the problem. What type of oils do you use, Trey? I need some. Keisha, hey girl, I use peppermint oil on the back of my neck for hot flashes. I just started using this. I used it before and it helped, but I stopped. See, this is the thing about it too. Consistency is key. And my girl, I call my girl Netta, who is my oil supplement expert. And she said, "Are you using your phytoestrogen from doTERRA?" And I was like, I was, but I stopped. She said, you gotta keep using your supplements. So I'm taking these again. Right? This is all natural. This is all natural. All natural. And then I've been drinking my electrolytes because a lot of us are dehydrated. So I drink electrolytes, and water does not hydrate you. A lot of people are like, I drink water every day, all time. Water don't hydrate you. Electrolytes do. And the water we all drink in Poland Spring. First of all, that's a whole problem because Poland Spring ain't what it means to be from Maine. But anywho, you need electrolytes. And then I use from another company that I found called Rockin' Roots. I use arnica oil on my joints, and it's been working real. I had the bottle for a long time and I never opened it, but for the last few days, this hip has really been doing something. Text me when you can. Okay, just text me to remind me because I'll forget when I get off here, and I'll never text you, and I don't want to do that to you. Just send me a message, please. But I used that on my hip last night and on my neck last night, and it made me feel a lot better. So I'm trying, and that is my point. Women have stopped trying and started blaming and pointing fingers and feeling like somebody accusing them or talking bad about them. And that's how women operate. A lot of women. Well, the army told me wrong then. A lot of women. I'm not saying all women. Before everybody say you said women. A lot of women check out and are ready to just argue their point instead of trying to get resources, instead of trying to listen, instead of trying to learn, instead of trying to preserve their marriage. They come with that nasty, disgusting attitude, that nasty, disgusting menopause attitude. Oh, well, if that's the case, he could just leave. What's wrong with you? I would not want to be your friend, much less your wife. I don't even want to be your friend, so I can imagine what your husband going through. Oh, he could just leave. You're helping us husbands understand. Thank you, Brian. Listen, Brian, I'm not saying, again, women are having hot flashes. And again, for the brothers that just came in, here are the symptoms that we go through. And unfortunately, they're horrible. They're horrible, but we've been through worse. We've been through, any woman on here that pushed out a baby and went through 9 months of pregnancy, you've been through worse. But anywho, let me get back to my point. The symptoms are loss of libido, which means a low sex drive, depression and sadness, mood swings and irritability, lack of energy, physical changes, hot flashes, joint pain, vaginal dryness, and hair loss, and other different things that we learn along the journey. That some of us have individual symptoms, like we don't. Some of us don't have all. Some of us discover symptoms like dry eyes. Like my eyes get extremely dry. So I also have Graves' disease. Like my thyroid's also off kill. So menopause is probably affecting that too because of the hormones. But I'm willing to work on myself so that I don't check out of here and sit on my couch with a banana in my hand and a thing of ice cream and chocolate and sit here and say I'm depressed and sad because I have menopause. So I'm going to just lock everybody out and isolate myself. No, I'm going to be proactive. Water, of course, water helps. You definitely have to drink water. But 75% of us, let me read this. Thank you, B. Morgan. But let me read the back of this box from the electrolytes, why we need electrolytes, right? Because a lot of people, this is the truth. Over 75% of us are dehydrated and lack daily nutritional balance of key electrolytes to keep our cells charged and energized. Hydration is key to healthy metabolism, and healthy cells cannot produce energy without it. Water alone isn't enough. MetaPower Recharge provides an exclusive blend of electrolytes, extracts like baobab and deep sea ocean minerals involved in cellular hydration. Together, these ingredients make water work more cooperatively with your cells, so you don't have to work so hard to stay hydrated. We have to be informed that water alone is just not enough. I'm not saying don't drink water. I drink water all day, every day. But I drink a packet of electrolytes every day because we need electrolytes. 75% of us are dehydrated. And we're telling our doctor, and the doctor's like, well, you got to drink more water. You're like, no, I drink gallons of water. It's not the water, it's the electrolytes that's missing. But that's not what we was talking about. See how y'all always take me all over the mulberry bush. But okay, let me get out of here. I just wanted to come on here because people were going off on me on on YouTube. The women, y'all are just nasty and mean. Y'all are just nasty and mean. And y'all think y'all could say whatever y'all want to say to people because you're going through menopause or because you think that you know something. They're going to come on and say, oh, you must not know what you're talking about, youngin'. And you, what? Who you talking to? I am a 54-year-old Generation X woman going through perimenopause as we speak. My hip hurt right now. But guess what I'm going to do when I get up off this couch because I've been sitting too long? I'm going to stretch my hip and I'm going to rub some arnica oil on my hip. And I'm going to drink my electrolytes to make sure I'm not dehydrated, which is contributing to the inflammation in my hip. How about that? Thank you for sharing. Please continue building the community. Yes, I will, Lorenzo. So let me go. Anybody have any questions? And fellas, now that you're learning from me, I need you to go talk to your lady. And I need you to tell her, I saw this girl on TikTok, or I saw this girl on YouTube, and she was talking about menopause. So I understand, but I want to work through this with you. I want y'all to have empathy and sympathy and compassion. But I also want you to know that menopause is not an excuse for your lady to check out. I don't want you to go cheat. I'm not married, B. Morgan. I'm divorced. But I want you to have compassion and empathy and sympathy for your spouse. But I don't want you to think that menopause is a reason for them to check out. Because you deserve to have a marriage or a relationship that is fulfilled too. You don't deserve to be in a marriage where you only have sex 4 times a year. You don't deserve to be in a marriage where you haven't had sex with a woman in 2 years because your wife is saying no to you. You don't deserve that. I'm not saying go out here and cheat, but if the person cannot fulfill your needs, there's a hard decision that you need to make. Because 2 things are going to happen. Either you're going to make the hard decision to say, hey, we have been to counseling, coaching, I have talked to you till I'm blue in the face, I'm out of here, or you're going to cheat. And I would definitely prefer the latter to you cheating and compromising your integrity and the content of your character. And I'm never, ever promoting divorce. However, not sleeping with your husband in 2 years is ridiculous. Stay strong, good husbands. Yes, stay strong. Facts. Why I still need to be affectionate and have sex. Right. Like scratching your nails on chalkboard. Yes. Again, I am not promoting divorce, but I need the women to hear. I need the women to hear that he has the right to leave you if he has dotted his I's and crossed his T's. If he has talked to you till he is blue in the face, if he has been counseling and coaching and pastoral care, and you still are in that house telling that man no for his physical needs, his emotional needs, and his mental needs, he has every right to leave you. Okay, I'm just saying. East Orange. Yes, East Orange. Who's that? Gerald? Let me see. You from East Orange too? Yeah, I'm from East Orange. Gerard Ricard. You from East Orange? My East Orange people, Essex County in the building. Clifford J. Scott. Yes, sir. 87, class of 87. How's it going? It's going great, Sean. Class of 88. Okay. Look at here. Look at my classmate. Thank you, Counselor Trey. You're welcome, Calvin. You chilling. Yes, I am chilling, Sean. Hey, Tony. Tony, we building these businesses, sis. I'm so excited. Tony, listen. I got to tell Tony this. If y'all got to go, go. But I got to tell Tony this. Because class of 85. Lisa, you from East Orange too? Oh, no, that's Lisa. The class of 85. Oh, you got a couple years on me. But listen, Lisa and Tony, these are my people. Aren't you Anita's friend? Yes, Neat's my best friend. One of my best friends. But Lisa and Tony, we was doing our YouTube class yesterday. So I put this video up. Remember what I was talking about the video I was going to put up? First of all, the short got almost, I think it got 5,000 hits already because I followed the YouTube thing that Sean Kennel told me to follow, right? And then they on there going off. They going off. How's your $1 million program going? It's going good, Edward. This is how this video took legs because I followed his instruction to go do my research on menopause, right? And then I did some other things that he told me to do. I changed my thumbnail, which is the cover photo. I made a different thumbnail. And look at here. We on our way to 1 million. And we on our way to 1 million fast, Lisa. Wow, thank you, Jesus. Yes, Tony. Yeah, so, okay, I'm getting out of here. These are my electrolytes. You should be drinking electrolyte and not Gatorade. Sorry, Gatorade. Sorry, Gatorade. If you're interested in some electrolytes, shoot me a DM and I'll send you over a link to get all natural electrolytes because a lot of us are suffering from dehydration. That's why our joints are hurting. That's why our knees are hurting. That's why our eyes are dry. This is why we're suffering. This is why our hair is falling out because we're suffering from dehydration. It says 75% of us are suffering from dehydration. So only 25% of us are hydrated. And I know some of y'all ain't in the hydrated category. A packet a day will keep the inflammation away. I gotta go. Happy Memorial Day, y'all. It's a beautiful day in New Jersey. I ain't doing nothing today, so that's why I got time. Gerard, you still on here? You know, neat. How are the sons doing? Everybody's doing good, Tony. You be here soon. Got my electrolytes in. I'm going fishing. Oh, my father took me fishing when I was younger. Happy Sunday. Town. Yes, Gerard. Town. Are you friends with Neat on Instagram? Because I'm going to tell her I saw you on here. I'm working 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. Oh, Lisa, get you some electrolytes. Well, Lisa, you know, Netta's coming in the community to talk to us soon. So she's going to tell all of us what we need so that we can thrive. Texting now. Okay, yes, text me, please. So, when did you say the term on this system there? Back connectivity visual. What? Don't be doing stuff. These computers be doing stuff. So, to my YouTube people, I love y'all, but y'all got to learn how to listen. Y'all got to learn how to listen. Ladies, we got to learn how to not treat each other bad when we're trying to help each other. Brian is my homie, her brother. Oh, okay. Yes. So we have to learn how to respect each other. We have to learn how to, first of all, we have to learn how to agree to disagree respectfully. Because y'all almost made the Cardi B and me come out. And I'm trying to be a better person in these older years of my life. I'm trying to control my tongue. But some of y'all disrespectful. And Michelle Obama said, when they go low, you go high. I'm in a phase in my life where when y'all go low, I'm going lower. I'm gonna meet you where you at. I'm not even playing. I'm not even gonna play games with y'all. Cause y'all need somebody to go lower with y'all. Y'all need somebody to come down and drag y'all up. Cause y'all want to stay on the bottom. And we're not here for that. Marriages are suffering. Not only you going through menopause and not doing what you're supposed to do and going to get a divorce. does not only affect you, it affects the whole family. Hey, Trey, please. Oh, I got you. I got your text. You checking out of that marriage does not only affect you, it affects your children, your grandchildren, your legacy, and everybody else. And you have to be willing to compromise. And sometimes you have to go there to get people's attention. Yes, Tony. All right, Papa, Mommy's coming. Stop. I disagree, but respectfully, I don't match energy anymore. I got you, Nat. I don't match energy anymore either, but I will come down where you at and snatch you up and bring you up to my level. Because some of y'all need to hear that. Some of y'all need to hear the truth. Where's your iPad? Hold on, guys. So I'm going to get out of here. Happy Memorial Day. I will see y'all tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please don't allow them to disturb your peace. Oh, my peace is not disturbed, Tony. Nobody has the power to disturb my peace, but I will meet people where they are, and I will talk to you, because there's this book I read called The Jezebel Spirit, right? And in the book, it's a scripture where God talks about you can't back down from the Jezebel spirit sometimes. And sometimes you have to know when to stand up for yourself. And a lot of times those people with the Jezebel spirit, they attack because they know people have morals and character, and that the people are going to back down to not meet them where they're at. When you meet that Jezebel spirit, you have to know that you got to stand tall in front of them and tell them what you not going to do is that. So I got to go, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Remember what I tell you at the end of all my broadcasts. You deserve the best. Yes, I'm talking to you. You deserve the best. Now go get it. Peace and blessings. And I'll see y'all tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're interested in joining our community, you can go to www.treykearney.com and click on the community tab. Peace and blessings. Be safe out there in these streets on Memorial Day weekend. Love y'all.